Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. Let's see if they can do better here on this drive. Julian Okwara there to bring him down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. On play action, Prescott. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's his first catch, and it'll be good for 15 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
A first down carry by Elliott. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Prescott to throw it. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
On is the punter, Brian Egger, to kick this one away. Here's Jackson to return. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and the Lions will take over. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. 1 play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Now Goff on 1st down. That pass caught. It's Williams. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
From the 50, it's gone. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Go off a handoff here to Swift. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Officially nothing on that one, no gain, so they're left with still 10 to go on 3rd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And connecting here with DJ Shark. And he'll only get this to about the 44 as they stop him short of the line to gain. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Prescott. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Meanwhile, Prescott's throw pulled in by Lamb.
And he's out of bounds, almost gets to the 10. That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
My goodness, they've come out locked in on this drive. Play calling, execution, they are fully in sync. 3 straight passes, 3 first downs. They're moving the ball downfield almost at will. This defense really struggling to find answers.
That ball is caught. It's Gallup. Touchdown, Cowboys. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Mara, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't. It's absolutely a mishit, and now your team pays the price. Bad field position for your defense.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Goff now to throw. He sets to fire deep. He's got a man complete.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
The Lions now going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now Goff taps this forward. That's a jet sweep. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
And on 3rd down, the Cowboys bring in an extra defensive back. Now it's gone. Touchdown! 4 touchdown passes now for Jared Goff.
And the Lions will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Well, we know he has decent hands out of the backfield. That's the first time, Charles, they targeted him in the passing game, and it pays dividends.
And I love the design, too, because they kept him in the backfield, made the defense think run first before they swung him out of there. And you're right, with his hands, they might want to throw it to him just a little bit more.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
Now meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Flag comes in. This might be a free play.
No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked by Jeff Okudah. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
They're looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Mike Hughes.
And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter.
And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
They look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive, but maybe cut into it a little bit as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
To try again after the sack. Prescott, man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49.
That's good.
First down, Prescott. He's got his man, it's Gallup. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. To throw is Prescott. That's caught once again by Gallup.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
To the air again, Prescott. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Ferguson.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. You're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown.
Jake Ferguson
with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. Extra point by Moore, up and good. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive.
And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
On 2nd and 9, Goff. Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, third quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they still have time to get them established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
They stay on the ground, but this time it's Elliott. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Prescott off play action. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Kirby Joseph. And the Lions are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, he saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle.
And 3rd quarter here, you've got the lead. This is where that strong run game can really benefit you. Stayed in bounds there, kept the clock going.
I like all the points you just made there. And if you throw the football and it's incomplete, now you stop the clock, and you've helped out the guys on the other side of the ball. So keep it in the hands of those runners, keep moving it, keep grinding clock. I guess they figure with a guy who is that hot downfield, who knows how to get the ball into the end zone, you throw it up and give him every opportunity, even though that one fell incomplete.
Yeah, he's already been in the end zone multiple times, tried to target him again deep there, but unsuccessful. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Back to throw. Goff.
Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
But let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on 3rd down, the first thought is often not fullback. But that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the 1st down.
Got his man. It's Williams. Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Goff. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs.
And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown.
So that potentially a turning point here this 3rd quarter. A 2-score lead down to 1 now following the pick 6.
And that had to be the message at halftime for this defense. Delivered and accepted. We need to go out there and make something happen.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. And they've got the lead here getting late into the 3rd quarter. And the passing game for them, it's been terrific. We've seen
yet again, Goff is intercepted. Picked off by Anthony Brown. And the Cowboys are going to take possession of the football.
So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field, will the starters tell...
And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 3 quarters in the books. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. They'll run left with Pollard. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
There's no question that coming into this game, this defense was pretty vocal about its desire to take this running back out of his game. And all that pregame wolfing has turned into results.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That is caught by Lamb. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Desperation time. Prescott on 4th. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Tracy Walker.
And the Lions are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down.
Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's got a man complete. 30, 10, 5, touchdown, Detroit.
Jamison Williams.
His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year.
And the Lions use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead.
The extra point up and good. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, that last touchdown we just saw, what an important one. Now it's back to a 2-score deficit for this crew as they take the field here, and they are in desperate need of finding the end zone.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
On 2nd and 10, Prescott. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they work this well upfield across the 45. On 1st and 10, Prescott.
He'll get this out wide here to Elliott.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
But Charles, they're trying to protect this lead late. Those are the types of mistakes they could afford to go without.
About the last thing you want to give them is help in completing a comeback, which is exactly what that penalty does.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. This will be caught once again by Brown. And down to the 20 he'll go before heading out of bounds. 12 more yards for him there. It's a 1st down.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Touchdown, Cowboys! Dalton Schultz, a 20-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th.
Extra point by Moore, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. Things sure were looking good for them at the half. Heck, off the air, you and I were just saying they might run away with this thing and cruise to a victory. Not anymore.
Yeah, the cruise control has to be off at this point. Now you've got to mash the gas yourself. Again, who's going to step up and make a big play for you? Who's going to take care of business now that you're being pressed? It is definitely go time for them at this moment.
All of a sudden clinging to a slim lead and hoping to hold on to that lead. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. And he takes this one back into the end zone. And the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that. Anytime we have a defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Boy, a bad break. Just got the lead on the touchdown, and now they're going to have to go on defense at the 40-yard line here as things get good in the fourth quarter. Goff and this Lions offense set for a 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a give right side Swift to the 43, 2nd down.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
Desperation time for Goff on 4th. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he is going to have the Lions 1st down. It's a gain of 12 on 4th. Again, Goff. Escaping the pressure right. That pass caught. It's Williams. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
On 1st down, it's gone. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He already came through for them on this drive. No surprise that they were hoping he could do it again.
Now a 1st carry for their fullback. That'll be a pickup of 4 as they work with his 4-point 4th quarter lead.
And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball and where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big third down.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important fourth down. They go ahead and snap it. Gone.
And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker.
There he goes, right side. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. So they go on fourth down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
Probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
Jabril Cox
in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp.
And it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. So that a double whammy. Not only do you have to give away the football, but the 2 points mean this is now a 2-score game.
And 2 doesn't seem like much, does it? But it means everything in this situation because now they're going to have to look back, and ultimately that might be the play that ends up deciding this game.
Now the free kick comes after the safety from the 20 as they bring the punter on to try and get some hang time here. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And still 2 timeouts defensively, but even if they choose to use those, 3 kneel downs should be enough to get it.
There he goes, left side. The 30. 10. 5. Touchdown, Cowboys. His 7th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. Prescott, they're going to throw for it. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. And around the goal line, especially on 2-point tries, sometimes the QB's best friend is that big target, the tight end.
I love how you described it because you know he's going to have some length and some catch radius as well as a big body to keep people away from the football.
The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. Fields the squib kick right around the 30. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Cowboys, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay put for a few.
From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Superdome in New Orleans. Today, the curtain falls on the regular season, and we've got a good one in store between the Carolina Panthers and the New Orleans Saints. Charles and I have been looking forward to this one all week, and we are underway from the Superdome. This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Jones looking to throw it on the first play. This is Chase Claypool on the receiving end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Now Jones. He's going to air one out. And that is incomplete. The Saints at 15-1 on the year. They've gone a full couple of months now since their last loss. Winners of 8 in a row.
And we always talk about how a team has to play complementary football in order to really be a good squad. But I think in this league, if your offense isn't playing really well as this one is, you're not going to run off this kind of a streak.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jones. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing, Jones. And complete to Drake London. Touchdown, New Orleans! Drake London, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Saints will jump on top of the game's first score here this afternoon. Lutz good on the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They'll start on the ground here on
first down. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be dropped just shy of the 35 at the 34. A pickup of 17 on a play that originated at the 17. Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
We've seen that before. Jeffrey Simmons making a stop behind the line.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Third down, now even tougher. 3rd and 13 after that loss of a yard.
And that's exactly what offenses try to avoid by using motion and throwing different formations up. They hate when he can draw a bead on the play, get a running start, and make a big play behind the line of scrimmage as he did just there.
Pass complete. George Pickens with it.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 45-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. Now they'll run it on the toss.
Down to the 42, 2nd down. Well, these two teams, they met in New Orleans earlier in the year with the Saints coming out on top. So they'll be looking for the win here in New Orleans to complete the season sweep.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders fly into the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. He'll drop to throw.
And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So both teams come away with points on their opening drives. Now they still trail. They answered the touchdown with a field goal, but at least able to break that goose egg here early.
And that is what's important, right? Because they didn't let that initial touchdown go unanswered. Took the ball themselves, moved it downfield, and put it to the post for 3 points. Game on.
And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally,
and hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And fortunately for him, he's able to get it back, but it will be a loss on the play.
The fumble on 1st down now. Here's 2nd down. Jones now. They're bringing a blitz.
Now he's going to let it go deep left side. And that's caught inside the 35.
And they'll work this down inside the 30. In today's NFL, we talk about quarterbacks and their speed and accuracy, but there's still something about a guy slinging one downfield.
So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A nice performance last week. Recognized as NFC Player of the Week after going over 100 yards rushing. I just love the vision. I love the wiggle he has. I also love the power when he ends his runs.
That's what impressed me. Yes, there was some elusiveness last week. A couple times he just ran over guys. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. He's already put it on the ground once in this first half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted.
Rasul Douglas picks it.
And the Panthers are going to get the football here at their own 23.
So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
A gain of 12. First down, Panthers.
Right back to him on first down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 40. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 right at the 40. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find the hole.
A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
So, man, I pose this question to you. How do you get to be the number 2 defense against the rush in the NFL?
Be better than number 3, I guess.
Okay.
And make plays like that, right?
Well, you know, you're right. At its basic, be better than number 3, but you really nailed it. Make plays like that on a consistent basis.
And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. They spot it on the midfield stripe, so it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this one is right down Broadway.
Charles, even as long field goals become more and more common, this is still very rarefied air. Only just over 20 field goals have been kicked from 60 yards or further, and you can add his name to the list now.
And as calm as he tried to present himself, there's no doubt there were some nerves as he lined up to attempt that kick. But once the ball was snapped, he just swept the leg, and boom, over the crossbar.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for. A really good change of pace back.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage. Brought down by Ed Oliver. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
The throw for Claypool is intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25.
Well, those have been a problem for him all season, but never quite as much as they have in these last few minutes. Let's count it up now. A pair of picks on his team's last 2 drives and double-digit interceptions this season. I don't care if you're the best in the game or an undrafted rookie. You've got to take better care of the football or you're going to cost your team chances.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Here's a handoff out of the gun.
And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 47 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8. 8 more yards this time, coming off back-to-back first down pickups. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. 2nd and 2. They'll look to throw here. Now swing. Oh, he's hit. He lost the football. Put it on the carpet. And this is picked up by the Saints. And he's into the end zone. A fumble return and a Saint touchdown. And he has great speed, defensive back speed. Once he got it, took off, there was no catching.
And I know every team tells you to hustle no matter what the play, but there was no chance of catching him. Maybe if it had been a defensive tackle running with the ball, but not in this case.
Lux with the extra point, and the lead is up to 8. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe something to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
Eluding the pressure right. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Able to find his man, it's Pickens. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. But forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shot the D and ripped off a pretty big play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking deep downfield. And he's got it. Touchdown, Panthers. Marquez Valdez-Scantling, 43 yards. And the Panthers are back within a... Oh, they flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. It's caught at the 5. And he's into the end zone for 2. So the fake works. And as a result, this game is tied. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You could never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 35-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Watson. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime.
First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jones. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kyle Fuller.
And the Panthers are going to have it here just past the 25. Well, Charles, you're so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Second and 3. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys are tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers.
I'll give them credit for a good read right there because they read the man coverage on the right side and sent the tight end a few steps down the field and then angled him to the left on a crossing route. And he was able to get enough separation on this play to turn it into a nice gain.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
And he only manages a couple here down to about the 38-yard line.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mucked that down for a win in the defense's column.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
Well, that's not an easy play for a defensive end because most of his responsibility has him getting upfield and working, but how about his vision to see where the play was going, crashed down inside, and tackled him for a loss.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter. They'll start this drive out on the ground. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out of it as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for second down. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
45 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That good for 22 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Open man, completes it to Claypool. Touchdown, Saints. Chase Claypool, 29 yards. And the Saints have tied the ball game with a chance to take the lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and that will put them on top here in the third. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has a real priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. They'll look to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
A third quarter now, a 1-point game as they line up second and 10.
And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 4, now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Going up top.
And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
Here's the Panthers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. Let's take it at around the 40. Oh, a second dosage. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
The offense coming back out here. Plenty of energy, ready to roll, looking to just add to what they have been doing after scoring a touchdown, Charles, their last time out.
And that's a great feeling to have on the sideline, partner, knowing you just won the battle against the opposing defense. And since they came off the field, I'll guarantee you all they want to do is get back out there because they know they have the upper hand on that defense right now.
1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Second down at 4. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. I certainly know that I, for one, would not like to be on the other end of a tackle when this guy's coming at you full speed for the strong safety spot. Boy, that was a nice play. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
And here now the punter Fox as he sends this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. This one completes Alec Pierce. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Great stop by Devontae Wyatt, breaking through the line and stopping it cold.
Now that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It's a gain of 35.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver. And as this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. 92 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
That was a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked to turn to the side.
They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. And he will have the 1st down before he's tackled at the 12. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. Well, with him trailing here in the 2nd half, maybe his legs can try to give this offense a spark.
And that's the benefit of having a young quarterback, right? Having a rookie, a guy who will say, hold on a second, I have a little bit of fearlessness to my game. It isn't working as well the other way. Let's see what I can do to help my team this way. And boy, he did it there.
And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it'll be 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches as we just saw him do there because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred the defense.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And oh, he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half off a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. You have to kick this field goal, don't you?
No question about it. Look at the clock. Look at the situation. Kick the field goal.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Panthers go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points. Ritter will throw for it. And it is incomplete, so they can't convert for 2. And now the lead stays at 5. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1.
Partner, you got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. To throw is Jones. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Oh, I know it goes against the grain here. It totally goes against it, but you've got to drop the ball in that situation. He makes a catch, but he loses yards and doesn't get out of bounds.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Desperation time now. Here's Jones. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that's going to be just about all she wrote for this one.
Hurry up.
Dillon now on 1st and 10. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
I know that every now and then we get in those meetings with coaches, and you almost want to roll your eyes when they talk about staying on schedule when they're moving the football. But would you say a 7-yard run is ahead of schedule?
4th quarter with a lead, you love that, don't you?
No doubt about it, because staying on schedule is trying to get 4 downs on 1st down. They did that plus 3.
7 yards there and a 1st down. So the field goal unit is on the field as this is a big spot right here. This to put them a touchdown and a 2-point conversion up. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these 2 teams meet. But until then, this